whether you could vote or you couldn't, whether you voted yesterday or you didn't, we will be affected by the results of the election because we live now here in America. And so joining us on the phone to break it down for us is national news and political commentator, critically acclaimed author and speaker Malcolm. Malcolm Out Loud is ready to discuss the results of the election with us. Hello and welcome to Kababayan, LA.
Terrific to be with you, Janelle. Happy after Election Day.
Yes, happy after Election Day. Are you happy? Are these the results that you expected?
Yeah. No, I think we all have a political hangover this morning, I'll say that.
Yes, let us talk about that. You know, all that money went into the campaign, and yet America elected virtually the same Congress, same Senate, and even the same president.
Yeah, and that was exactly my National Out Loud Minute this morning, Janelle, was based on exactly that. You know, we wanted change. We wanted a new direction, we said. We wanted a new economy. We wanted some new answers. So what's that old saying that? Stupidity. Doing the same thing again and expecting a different result? Well, we've elected the same Congress, Senate, and President. I'm not sure how we get a different result at this point, Janelle.
Go ahead.
Janelle, I think we all expected it to be a little different, the outcome. It seemed that Romney had the potential at the end of the race. It seemed as he had the momentum. It even seemed like he was presidential. In fact, there were times at many of the debates he looked like the president, and Obama did not. There were a lot of factors. And, of course, Monday morning quarterbacking is always interesting when you start to blame it on this or that or the other. But I'm going to give you two things, Janelle,
yes,
that I think factored into this race in a big way, okay?
Go ahead.
And I think the reason this race went the way it went, and I've said this before, it's because of the Republicans Party refusal to open up this party to be other than an old white man's party, to embrace, quite frankly, women, Latino voters, our Hispanic community, our black community, our Asian community. This is what makes America great, this diversity.
Okay, Malcolm. Yes. Now, moving forward, what does another 4 years of President Barack Obama mean for us? Earlier today, we woke up to not so good numbers from Wall Street. They are attributing that to what's happening in Europe, especially about Germany. But still, you know, we play into that. What does this mean for us in terms of the economy?
As you can see already this morning, the stock market.
Yes.
The business community has been shaken, obviously. The stock market is dropping. This was not a decision that Wall Street wanted. The business community did not want. Clearly, they know there's going to be more corporate taxes, more red tape. We're all going to be burdened with more debts. So what does this mean 4 years from now? Well, we just crossed the threshold this past September, Janelle, of 70% our debt to GDP ratio. And you can expect in 4 years we will be $20 to $22 trillion in debt. We will be, a debt to GDP ratio will be in the range of the 90%. And we will, each of us, by the way, each of us right now, if you take our debt and you divide it by our citizens, we owe more than the citizens who are bankrupt in the country of Greece.
Wow. We
are actually in worse shape right now in this country, but yet we elected the man who is going to add more debt, more spending, more recklessness to this.
Okay.
And again,
all right, Malcolm, very scary predictions. Some people knew those numbers, and so they voted the way they did, and they supported the candidate that they did. But, Malcolm, moving forward now, too, what can we do as regular citizens?
Well, that's a good question. You know, I always bring it back, Janelle, to this. American exceptionalism is alive and well. What moves this country forward is smart, brilliant people. It's people in the business community, the hard-working middle class of this country. That's what moves this country forward. I mean, you know, listen, over 100 million people cast their votes. 57 million people did not want Barack Obama as president. The popular vote was split. And yet this is how the electorate decided, and this is a democracy. So I think the business community is going to have to work that much harder. You're going to have more corporate taxes. You're going to have taxes from Obamacare. All of this now that everybody wanted repealed and changed is not going to change. These are all now policies that are going to move forward with the new president, Janelle.
So I guess to summarize what you said, each of us is now being called to sacrifice. But thank you so much, Malcolm, for joining us this afternoon on Kababayan, LA.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Malcolm Out Loud, you may catch him online, malcolmoutloud.tv as well. When we return on the show, enough about politics. Let us now talk about sports. And then after that, we'll also give you some entertainment to lighten up the mood. Don't go away.